Hello. I'm mistreating my bike and my helmet as a tripod again. I had to come outside today. I just had to, because the weather is great and I just need the sun. I need the vitamin D. I mean, I'm sitting in the office all day while the sun is out, so I need the weekend to have the sun. I mean, I could have gone to improv today, but it was more important to me to come outside and chill in the park. And it's also nice to, you know, not stress about anything. I mean, during the week, I always have like time pressure. I'm always like well, not stressed, but it's always like, ooh, and now I need to cycle there, and then I need to go there, and then I need to go there. And it's also nice to not have that. There are countless things that I could do, but maybe chilling for a bit should have more priority. And that's why I find myself here in the Englischen Garten, chilling at this lake thingy, pond thingy. But since this is vlog number 4, I should tell you what happened this week, because this week was the first week at the customer. On Monday I still had the last day of the software engineering workshop.
There's no point in staying home if I can be at the company.
If I want to continue this cycling in the rain thing, I should probably get waterproof pants and some good shoes and a mud guard. 8:15, I'm in the office. I already had breakfast. What do I do now?
I mean, it was partly interesting,
That's how I like my workspace.
but at the end of the day, literally, I was quite annoyed.
Remember yesterday how I said the working time is not too much? I'll take it back.
Because we had a 2-hour lunch break where we met the partners and had lunch with them.
Seems like a good restaurant to eat well.
But then the day just got too long. At least I can watch the sunset.
That's life as a professional.
But in the end I went dancing and everything was alright again. Yeah, gotta love Shaq. Then Tuesday was the big day, the first day at the customer.
Morning. Oh, and there's a nice sunrise going on. A good sunrise is a good sign.
And I wanted to, you know, start from a clean slate.
I mean, I'm leaving significantly earlier than I would have to. Just because I don't want to be late on my first day of work.
Alright, 37 minutes, and that with a short break to get breakfast. Short break for breakfast.
This is acceptable.
But the first day was just really tough.
My eyes hurt and my back hurts. And let's be honest, it's not yet super interesting.
I really questioned my career choices that day.
I really thought that it would be more talking, more interesting.
It got better on the second day.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to park your bike. Maybe a bit asocial, but whatever.
Today was better. There were company internal presentations where I could just stand. For now, I'm okay here.
And I already felt that I'm being productive at the customer. I mean, most of the time I felt like, shit, I have no idea what I can do, and I have no idea how all of this works, because it's new languages, it's new frameworks, it's a new development environment, it's new people, it's a new company. Well, everything was new and I was like, shit, I have no idea. But I even felt productive at times.
Today was already a lot better. First of all, because I was actually productive, like I fixed the bug, and yeah, it wasn't too much as it was yesterday. I mean, we only did like half an hour lunch break just so we grab something to eat, so I can leave the company while there's still light outside, and it's like 5:30, so that's a good time to leave. Right, bike?
I contributed, and that's a good feeling, because if I don't get the feeling that I actually contribute something and I just sit there for 8 hours each day, then I feel like my time is wasted. But like this, it's like, okay. I still don't think it's the best use of my time, but you know, work is the exchange for my time for money. So it is okay if it's not the best time, right? Especially now in the beginning, it is gonna be tough. I knew that. And I feel it, but it's okay. My main issue is really just my body. Two main issues here. First one is the back. Not only at the lower back where I usually have problems, also at the upper back. This is just because I'm sitting too long. And I still feel it today. The upper back is super tense. But that is really something that I think I can get under control. I'm more worried about the second part. My eyes. Sometimes, even today, I have the problem focusing, looking into the screen all day and partly not being able to focus anymore, like literally focus my eyes, because I can't look anywhere else except that distance. And it just got worse during the week. Here's an interesting observation that I just had when cycling. I was looking down at my front wheel. Usually I look up, but as I couldn't see sharp, like I wasn't automatically focusing, I automatically looked somewhere where I could focus, and I was on my front wheel. And I was like, that's odd. Maybe that's not good. And then I forced myself to look up. And also here, I mean, I am here to just look in the distance because I can't really see in the distance anymore. I need to get I see you properly. That's the right distance, yes? On Thursday it got even worse. God, I love those colors of autumn. I think my body is trying to tell me that this job is not the right thing for me. At first it was the back, then my eyes and the problem with the focusing. Yesterday I also managed to not have it that bad. It's better than yesterday. I can almost focus properly. I was on a good path. I was on a very good path. But then today my wrist starts to complain. This thing. From apparently, I think it's because of the mouse, but that is an easy to solve problem because there are computer mice where you don't hold it like this, but you hold it like this, so a natural position for the hand. And I'm gonna get one of those, or I'm gonna have the company get one of those for me. Because yes, TNG is such a nice company that I can just say I need that and they get it for me. And those are things that can be taken care of. I just need to figure out how to do it. I mean, yes, humans are not made to sit in front of the computer 8 hours a day. That's not what evolution made us for. It's already quite dark when I'm leaving the office today. But, well, the weather was great all day today. I had a super nice view. There is a rooftop terrace that apparently you can just go out to. I've never been here, so I wanted to do that. There we go. That looks cool, doesn't it? I especially like stuff like this, where there's the nice red leaves. Now I do want to kind of do a workout, or at least some stretching up here, with a nice view and nice air, a little bit of workout. I need to take breaks and look into the distance, because otherwise my eyes and my body will just not manage. I really need to take care of that, because if I don't, then my body's gonna complain, and that will then reflect on my mind. I'm gonna be less happy if I have constant pain or just don't see properly. But there are ways to compensate, and you know, we're getting there. And I mean, I really like the customer. I mean, they're a nice little startup, they have a nice mission, they want to achieve something that, you know, kind of corresponds with my values as well. They're working in English, which is something I really like, because TNG is German. But the working language at the customer is English. And I really prefer English over German. Otherwise I wouldn't make this vlog in English either. I mean, this just, I prefer this. I prefer English. They also have a kitchen that is well equipped. Not as well as the TNG kitchens, but I can get myself cereal there. And they do have fruits. So that's nice. They even have almond milk and soy milk. I prefer almond though. And I think I can even have TNG order stuff to the customer if I need that or if I want it. And I will have to look into that, how that works. But that is certainly a possibility. Also, at the customer they have sweets, but you have to pay €1 per thing. And now at first glance this might seem not so cool because free is better than €1. But no, I actually prefer it this way because this way I'm not at all tempted to take anything because I'm like, well, I have to pay for that, I'm not gonna take it. If sweets are just lying around everywhere, such as at TNG, I would just take it and eat it, and that's not healthy because too much sugar, not good. I will just get fat. Do I need to tell you anything else about the customer? When it comes to working times, it's also quite acceptable because they have their stand-up at 9 AM. So 9 AM is the latest time that I need to be there. However, then I'm actually quite flexible. So theoretically, I could say when I do my work. Of course, I need to be at all the meetings. This week I had 4 meetings. I mean, I kind of like meetings because I kind of like to talk, and also in meetings I don't have to look in the screen that is here, but on the projector that is further away, and so it's a bit of a change as well. So theoretically I can take breaks whenever I want. Theoretically also how long I want. However, they of course do want me to be there while they are also there, because it just makes the most sense if everybody's there at the same time. I mean, that's why I have to go to the customer in the first place, to be with them, to work with them. So basically they want me to be there from like 9 till 5:30, and especially in the beginning it of course makes sense that I am there while they are there, because I need them to teach me how all the stuff work, how the workflow is, what things I need to take care of, how they usually do things. So yeah, that is important that I am there at those times. But theoretically, once, you know, I can check out my tickets and I can do them by myself, I can also, you know, start earlier or work late in order to afford longer breaks during the day, because I think that is something that I want to do, just so I can do some form of activity, some kind of workout or sports during the day, or even just go outside for half an hour to enjoy the sun. That's the kind of scenery that I like for my lunch break. And this thing, I see that every day now. It's still so surreal that there is such a fucking airship in the air. So yeah, there I'm quite flexible as well, so that's another really cool thing about working at that customer. And also the people are very nice and supportive. I can always go to anyone and ask if I have a question.
I mean, the team is nice. The team is smaller than I thought.
Even though we have a team and we interact in the team and we do pair programming or we program together, it still doesn't feel super social. Like those guys, they seem more social, they talk more than I do at the customer. I mean, I went into consulting because I want to talk, right? But it needs a basic understanding of software processes until I am at that point where I can, you know, take up another role, like a product owner or a scrum master. And on the other side, it's also my responsibility that I just take up the roles that I think suit me. If I don't want to just do the development, I can also get more involved in creating the tickets. But again, for that I need a better understanding of the product and what we want to achieve before I can actually productively do that. But already right now I can at least make sure that the process is done correctly. And I want to have an eye on that and not just sit there and wait for them to tell me what to do. This is not how it should work. Usually somebody's helping me out, so that's fine. I'm learning stuff. The question is, do I want to learn that? Do I want to become a more efficient or better programmer? I don't know, but as I am a software consultant, I should probably, you know, be able to program. My mind is usually like, wow, another 10 hours per day that you have less free time. Because I work there for 8 hours, but then there's at least 1 hour cycling there and back, which is not so bad because I like cycling. And then there's usually another hour of lunch break and or a shorter lunch break and smaller breaks. And so a working day costs me at least 10 hours. And that's 50 hours per week that I have less for free time activity than I used to have. But therefore I also have quite a bit more money on my bank account at the end of the month. Hopefully. We're not at that point yet, so I just hope that that's the case. It is gonna be the case. I am a software consultant. Basically what I do is software development. As for now, there's not much difference if I would have just been hired by the customer to do software development as a Kotlin engineer. Am I allowed to say that I use Kotlin? Yeah, I think that should be fine. So the whole consulting part is really just that I'm an external to the company, which comes with a few disadvantages as well, because I don't get a card to the building and I can't pay with that card at the canteen. I always need to pay cash. The canteen, however, is acceptable. The food is good.
Fairly close to where I work is such a canteen thingy, which has acceptable food.
But you know, it's this kind of, we have to cook for 1,000+ people, so we just use the cheapest shit. So the meat that you get there is very low quality, and I always have the feeling that I don't want to support that, but then the vegetarian option is not good, just doesn't look good, and then I go for the meat anyway, and then I feel bad that I am a part of this whole cycle. I think I'll have to, at least on some days, bring my own lunch. I mean, I have cereal twice a day anyway, so while it's there, right? So, as a conclusion for the first week or the first 4 days of working there, it's not so bad. I just need to get used to it. I mean, yes, it's a bit annoying that I don't have as much free time anymore, that I can't do as many things. But what I'm more afraid of is that I will ruin like my body. But I'm still gonna continue unless it is proven that what I do results in permanent damage to my body. And if a doctor tells me that I shouldn't continue like this, then I shall think about it. Speaking of doctor, because of that I scheduled a check on my eyes that is actually supported by TNG. It's sponsored by them, or it's happening at the next tech day. So on Friday I will have my eyes checked out, and if they would theoretically tell me that my eyes are not made for looking into the monitor all day and I need to do something else, then we might need to figure something out. But as for now, I think with enough exercise and with enough breaks and the right equipment, I am able to work this job. We shall just continue. 6 months is the minimum that I said I am gonna do this. And if by then I'm not at the point where I can be productive and not ruin my body, then we can reevaluate, right? I think I talked enough about work now. Let's talk about everything else that happened, which is not so much. Most of the time just went dancing. So I had 1 or 2 dance classes per evening, 3.5 hours of continuous dancing, and then just went home, took a shower, went to sleep, woke up, back to the customer. On Thursday I had my first, what do you call that, practice with Soulful Delight, which was also cool, because I actually managed to sing, even though I was not prepared at all.
One quick sentence before I helped cleaning up.
It was nice. Even the song that I never heard before, I was able to follow because the guy next to me knew how to sing it. That's so helpful. So helpful. That was nice. I definitely want to be part of that group, but it takes some effort as well, and also time. I'm also a bit afraid that I will just not take the time to edit anymore. I didn't edit last week's vlog yet. This is just also sitting in front of the computer and staring into that screen, which is something I'm trying to avoid. So I don't know how long those weekly vlogs are gonna exist. On the last one I edited like 5 hours. I just don't have the time for that anymore.
I don't have time for shit.
Because I don't spend my time in trains anymore. That's the best place to edit. I did book a train ticket though to Bratislava. Mid-November I'm gonna go to an ultimate tournament beach tournament with Mint, Munich International. Looking forward to that. However, due to me going there, I can't go to the practice weekend from Soul Food Delight, which also sucks because I would really need that because, you know, I need to learn all the songs. Okay, I already feel my throat. I hope I'm not getting sick and this is just because I'm talking, because I'm not talking enough at the customer. I need to talk to you. Ha! There you go. Right, I will enjoy the rest of my day now out here in the sun while it's warm in my shorts. And you, go make your backup and enjoy the sun and your life. And if possible, your job. I'm trying to do that.
Das ist von hier aus. Wie das auch war.